The first and one of the final Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglios is here. This is our 2024 Stelvio QV in beautiful Verde Montreal before they're discontinued forever in just a month. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where on the windiest day imaginable we have the 2024 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio for the first time on the channel. Yes, the facelifted Quadrifoglio for the Stelvio is finally here and in beautiful Verde Montreal paint. Yes, the most expensive color for the 2024 model year. So we had to start off big for the Stelvio Quadrifoglios because we got more models coming. So I'll get those on the channel for you guys. But let's take our first look at the green beast, the green hell, the Stelvio Quadrifoglio with this new facelift, everything is new for the 2024 model year, and enjoy it while this V6 lasts, because we know that in April is when you can order your last Quadrifoglio in an ICE variant when it comes to the Stelvio and Giulia, and the last ICE variant of the Stelvio and Giulia Quadrifoglio V6s will be leaving the factory in June this year, just a few months from now. So we have to enjoy these while we can, and this is one of those days where we're going to take a peek around this, hear some sights and sounds of what Alfa Romeo's last ICE Quadrifoglios will be like. And big shout out to Wayne here at Maserati Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach for letting me take a look around this. And if you guys want to inquire on this car, get it in your driveway, in your possession, you guys make sure you check the link in the description, check his phone number, give him a call, get this right away before I take it from you. Would you guys look at this beauty? The Florida sun is doing Florida sun things, because first of all, let's talk about the paint. Verde Montreal. Now, keep in mind that this is a tri-coat paint, and this green paint is only available on the Quadrifoglio models of the Stelvio. So you cannot get this on a regular 2-liter Stelvio model like the Veloce TI or Sprint. If you want this color on a Stelvio, you have to have the Quadrifoglio, so that makes it even more special. Now, keeping in line with the whole specialness of the Quadrifoglio, well, let's talk about first, right at the top, we have the nostrils here on the Quadrifoglio variant. You guys, take a drink every time I say Quadrifoglio. It's gonna be a lot. But these like shark fin nostrils here, they kind of give off that kind of like gill feel. Well, these are actually heat extracting. These are functional. They're not just for aggressive looks, but they actually help cool what's under that hood, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Now for 2024, we have the new tri-LED headlamps that look so good on a Stelvio, and we'll see those illuminated in just a moment to have them all shined and beautiful for you guys. But yeah, with the black housing, these look really good. They fit the Stelvio so well, almost, I want to say just as good, if not better than they do on the new Giulias. Now with that said, you guys can also see the amber turn signal, or shall I say the amber reflector. The turn signal is really in the LED headlamps. But with that said, that's an American thing. We have the amber. I wish we had the white like in Europe. Now, also, we have the Scudetto done with the Chilobo right up front, and you guys can see the dark metal finish. All right, with the grill here as well, functional. And then at the bottom, more aggressive with the grill, more aggressive with the body paneling, and then obviously the side slats here with the functional grill as well. Put it all together, and that is the front fascia of your 2024 Stelvio Quad. Now the side profile is looking crazy. One of those big reasons is these optioned 21-inch dark 5-hole wheels. Yes, these are an option because normally the Stelvio QV comes with 20s. These 21s, well, it's gonna be a little bit of a price point we'll talk about in the sticker breakdown, but how good do those look with the monochrome center cap and the black calipers, which are the black anodized calipers. I believe they're anodized, they're not glossy black, as you guys can see, with the red Alfa Romeo script there as well. Then you have the drilled rotors, Pirelli P0 tires. What more can you ask for when you take a step back and look at that? Man, that is just so cool. The contrast and the symmetry between all these body panels are really cool. Now, obviously, because we have the Performer here, because we have the historic legendary brand and obviously the legendary performance, you're gonna get that cloverleaf badge, which is only meant for the Quadrifoglio models. So we know that there's so much history behind that. That's a whole nother story. But with that said, that is only gonna be on your quads. You also have the black mirror caps with the black window moldings and the black B-pillar to all kind of flush go into each other. Then you see down here, we have a hard touch plastic right here for the side skirts. I would have loved for that to be in gloss black or even carbon fiber if we got lucky, but it's there. It adds a little bit more styling when it comes to the side skirts there. All right, and then you can look up because the roof rails are done in gloss black as well. And then we have a glass roof because we have a panel roof. Options out, all right? That is not standard. Option panel roof, gloss black shark fin antenna. Okay, then take a step back, look at it all together again. And yeah, man, oh man, does she have a rear on her. Check this thing out, guys. Obviously, it looks as beautiful in the rear as it does up front. I mean, come on. You have the spoiler done in Verde Montreal up top. You also have the side blades done in black with the third brake light integrated in. The beautiful paint to contrast over the clear tail lamps, which are new for 2024. We used to have these, but they're back here on the Quadrifoglios and on other Giulia models. Now we have the Q4 badge because this is an all-wheel drive. The Alfa Romeo insignia right there in the middle, and then the Stelvio badging right there, letting you know what model we're messing with here. Now, at the bottom is where it gets aggressive because we have quad exhaust tips done in chrome. You guys can also see the grill set up there, the shark fin antenna, and then the grill in the side slats here, or side slits, shall I say. It gives it some functionality, but also styling aspects when it comes to the rear. Take a step back and look at it all together. Yeah, nothing else like it. Now there's a reason why they call this one of the fastest SUVs you can buy here in the United States. Think about it, guys. This is it. This is the last time we're gonna see something this spectacular when it comes to a gas-powered Alfa here in the United States. The Stelvio Quadrifoglio is a performer. All right, twin-turbo 3-liter V6, Ferrari-derived, right? And we have an 8-speed ZF transmission, and we have all-wheel drive for the Stelvio Quadrifoglios over the Giulia. So let's talk numbers because the horsepower is the same for both models, 505 horses, torque 443 pound-feet, right? But since this has all-wheel drive, you're looking at a quicker model at a 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. The Giulia Quadrifoglio does it in 3.7. Now the top speed, well, it's not faster because it's 176 miles per hour, which is still really fast for an SUV, but obviously the Giulia gets to 191. So again, this is quicker, but not faster than its, Giulia brother. So again, it's just a marvel. The driving experience, the sound, everything that goes behind having something like this. This power plant is going to be so missed, guys. It's unreal. And I'm going to let you guys reminisce over it by listening to the sound note that it makes in race mode. Now you guys already know we're putting premium fuel in here, but in case you were wondering about those EPA figures, 19, 17, 23 out of this twin turbo V6. That means 19 combined city and highway, 17 city, 23 highway. And yes, we need to put some premium fuel in this thing in order for it to give it everything it has. Let's pop her open because same cubic feet of space you're looking at, 56.6, I believe. All three seats folded down. So you see you have a 40-20-40 split. Privacy shade here as well. Tons of room, as you guys can see. I mean, there's nothing you really couldn't fit back here. And then if I were to move this, we also have a false floor. You guys will see underneath that we do have what? Our tire inflate kit. We also have, what do you think's in the center there? If you don't know, it's the battery. All right, we have 50-50 weight distribution in here, so they do a good job with this whole setup in general. You also have your tow hook there in case you need that, a couple tools, but you have extra storage space, which is important in an SUV, right? Something for the family. You can take things with you and you can take them there very fast. Now let's see the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, all illuminated. The green paint just takes it to the next level when it comes to these flashers in the headlights. As you guys can see, switchback LEDs and the LED headlamp. You also have the reflector on the side, illuminated in orange. And then the mirror cap, done in amber, and the black mirror cap, and then the reflector on the side in red. Also, we have the fog lamp right here, and then the LED tails with the turn signal. And again, it's looking like Christmas out here with the red and green. So now let's take a look inside, because with this platform being around for about 7 years now, well, not tons have changed between the model years when it comes to the interior, but what has changed is very significant here for the Quadrifoglio models. Let's step inside and talk about it, because obviously the Quadrifoglios are going to get a couple of things that the normal models wouldn't get. We'll talk about those as we get along, but before we get there, aluminum side sill with the cloverleaf badge lets you know there's something special here. We also have aluminum on the dead pedal, gas pedal, and brake pedal. And then obviously on the door paneling, we got something special, right? The 3D carbon fiber trim, which is new to Alfa Romeo and which is only on the Quadrifoglio models. Looks beautiful. Then we have the extended leather, the stitching as well, aluminum for the door handle there, and then we also have the aluminum Harman Kardon sound system. So you see that speaker there, and then the soft touch here with the stitching as well. The seat memory is going there as well too, and the lock buttons. Now, when we step inside, it's where it gets even more special, because with the Quadrifoglio, this flat bottom steering wheel gets a carbon fiber insert surrounded by aluminum with the cloverleaf badge. That's special, right? What's also special is the Alcantara in the steering wheel, and this leather steering wheel, the inserts on the side, and then the red start-stop button, only for the Quadrifoglio models. Let's start it up, because you have the aluminum paddle shifters that are column mounted here. You have all your controls for your driver assistance and for your menu controls for, you know, your digital screen, which we have something special there. All that good stuff here, but let's start it up. Let's turn off the music. And then let's enjoy what this Quadrifoglio is all about. So before we get to all the technology stuff, what are we sitting in? Well, we have bolster sport seats, perforated leather. We have the stitching, and all done in black. Same with the armrest here, done in black with the stitching too. And then in the center here, we also have that 3D carbon fiber, which is really nice, as the Stelvio gets a door over the Giulia, so you get even more of that 3D carbon fiber to cover up the cup holders. Now you have the two-track system for the 8-speed ZF here, so your shift boot here is actually covered in leather, and it's also stitched. Now you guys can also see that we have our electric parking brake here. We have our key fob holder, which I am kindly using there. And then we have our radio controls. We have our hotkeys and analog dial here for our touch screen here, which if I go to that, you guys will see the touch screen, the 8.8-inch screen that Alfa has had implemented since 2020. So we know this screen and we know this system very well. It's Alfa in-house. So make sure you guys do other checks on videos for that if you want to see more in detail about that system. Now, the DNA driving mode. What's particular about this for the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, or for Quadrifoglio models overall, is the race mode. So first we will start with advanced efficiency, which is our, most normal driving mode, saves us fuel economy, it's the more conservative mode. Then we get to natural, everyday driving, just smooth chill through traffic, bumper to bumper. And then we go to dynamic. Then we hear those exhaust valves kind of come into play, right? And then we see the dampers turn on, all right? So we're activating our suspension. But when we go to race mode, we hold that over, then our dampers go to hard. You see race there. You see that we get a whole new screen as well, which we'll talk about that in a moment. But traction control is off, our driver assistance controls, all that. You get the most aggressive driving mode that you'll ever have in this model in race mode. So I went back to advanced efficiency mode. I'm going to change it to natural. Then I'm going to change it to dynamic. And then you're going to see the new screen for the Quadrifoglios in race mode, because this digital speedo is new for the 2024 model year, and that whole animation and everything with the speedometer and RPMs right there in the middle, giving us our most vital information front and center, that is new and is exclusive to the Quadrifoglio models. So keep in mind that you also get that on the Giulia Quadrifoglio as well. So really cool to see that when in race mode, because that makes it seem very, very real about what's going to happen here. Now I'm going to go back to dynamic mode. I do want to show you that you can customize this digital speedo here by just pressing view here, and we can do that, or we can use the buttons here and we can go between the different aspects of different stages. So you guys can see I'm on the right hand side changing my information there. As you can see, the Quadrifoglio badge there only for this model. If I press it again, and now I'm going to be changing things in the middle there, So you can kind of play around with it and go in between and change the kind of information that you want with these models. Now, with that said, I didn't go over, obviously you have your 2.0 12 volt lighter there, heated steering wheel and heated seating controls right there, and your dual zone HVAC controls. Over here, you have your parking sensors and start-stop mode and your lighting controls. We have our turbine vents, leather on the dash, stitched up as well. And then we have that big panel roof because as an option here. So we have that option out to let in a lot of natural lighting. All the great stuff you're used to for the Quadrifoglio models. Home link up top here, your SOS button, your trunk release, dome lights, puddle lights, all that stuff up there. Again, a great place to be. Even better in the the Stelvio. Underneath the armrest, you have your wireless charger here. You also have a USB 2.0 and USB-C with the aux cable there, and your key fob transmitter. Again, it's everything you want out of a Alfa SUV, out of most SUVs, really. Now let's hop in the back because, I mean, this is a all-purpose performance SUV, right? So you get the Stelvio over the Giulia because you want to sit a little higher. You want to be a little bit more comfortable in the rear. Well, I'm doing pretty good back here at about 5'11", 6 foot on a good day when it comes to space. But what's also nice is that in the Stelvio over the Giulia, you have this as an option, but you can have a panoramic roof in the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, to where the Giulia Quadrifoglio, you cannot. You can't have any kind of sunroof or panoramic roof. So those are already a couple positives, right? We still get the same materials in the rear that we do up front. So the extended leather, the stitching, the 3D carbon fiber trim, aluminum, and more soft touches with stitching, and the Harman Kardon sound system as well. Now you also have the clover leaf back here as well on the aluminum side still. And then close her up. You have netting here for extra storage, your turbine vents for cooling, and then you have your USB 2.0, and you also have your heated seats for each side there as well, with a little extra storage down here. But we cannot forget about these beautiful sport seats we're sitting on, perforated leather and stitched as well. And then if we were to pull this down, well, then we have a couple of cup holders. So again, it's a great place to be in the back of a Stelvio, as it is on most Stelvio models. But when you talk about a Quadrifoglio, then it's just a little bit more special. So what are we looking at our final MSRP for the 2024 Stelvio Quadrifoglio all-wheel drive? Well, we start live for a base price at $87,370. But after the optional equipment here, which we have a few things on this, and the $1,595 destination charge, you're looking at $95,360. That's after the basic warranty of 4 years 50 and a powertrain of 4 years 50. Now, how does that all translate? Well, the Verde Montreal Tri-Coat exterior paint is $2,200. That's going to be your most expensive paint for the 2024 model year. You also have the Quadrifoglio all-wheel drive package at $700, which is the driver assist active package, or active assist plus package for the driver assistance there. You also have the dual pane sunroof at $1,495. Now then you go all the way down to the 21-inch dark 5-hole wheels at $2,000. And then after that destination, that's what we're looking at when it comes to our options. Now, everything else you see here today at that $87,370 price tag is standard on the QV. Again, with this being the final iteration of a gas-powered Quadrifoglio, it's pretty important, right? And it's always come pretty loaded up, and that is still the same case in this model here today. So make sure you guys pause it, zoom in, screenshot, whatever you need to do to see everything that this comes with standard. All right, guys, $95,000, 95,000 big ones for this Stelvio Quadrifoglio. What are you guys thinking for the 2024 model year? I think that this looks perfect. I think that it's worth every penny for me. If I could afford it, I would be jumping right into one of these, because this is it. This is the last time, the last few months, you'll be able to enjoy these brand new. So I want to know your thoughts down in the comments below. What are you guys thinking about the spec? What are you guys thinking about the Stelvio QV SUV for the 2024 model year? Drop those comments. Now, make sure you guys check the link in the description to, Maserati Alfa Romeo Daytona's website and Wayne's number, so you guys can get this into your garage today. Also, check out the Ron's Rise merch. Support my links, or you can just subscribe and click the notification bell. And then with that, guys, we will see you in the next Ron's Rise video. Peace.